Hello guys, this is Versus 4, the recap video of episode 2, and I am the Custard Prophet. Thank you very much for coming along. What an episode 1 we had across all 8 channels. If you're not familiar with what this save is, essentially we've got 8 creators. We are all going up against each other, but the trick is we are all playing with the same team. So we're basically having a parallel save for all of us playing the same team, which is Juventus, for a season, and we come back 4 times throughout the season and we're seeing which of the creators does the best. We've got 8 fantastic creators involved, or 7 of myself. Well, the recap video is where we see what happened in their latest episode. So we are recapping game day 11, so we now know a little bit more about what's gone on. I mean, some of the things we saw in the first episode were a little bit crazy. Bobby G, I'm looking at you, mate. And some of them were quite exceptional. Old Lady Plays his 6-0 win was quite something. So what we're going to do today, we're going to have a little look at what you guys are thinking of episode 1 and where your thoughts are lying in the comments section, which seemed to be quite popular last time. And then we'll be having a little look at any more tactical tweaks or transfers that have happened since the last episode. And then we'll get into looking at the results and who've done what over the last 10 games before we look at the highlights for game day 11 for all of the creators. And then we'll wrap that up. We'll wrap that up finally and see how all of the creators are doing against each other. Right then, let's kick off. Let's kick off and see what you guys are thinking after episode 1. It looks like the favourite might have changed. It was Football Manager Maniac who was getting a lot of love from the introduction video, but that's changed. Old Lady Plays, after her 6-0 demolition, has turned a few heads. As we can see, Derek Wright there. Nice to see a new name on the series. The Old Lady's off to a flyer, absolutely. Now, I'm not sure if you're talking about Old Lady Plays or Juve more generally, but you know, you're right on both counts. Zilla Blitz, of course, he's never seen an episode where Old Lady Plays has lost, so that's a worry. I like the end of it: clinical, ruthless, steely. And that trucking Football Manager is also betting, is also thinking Old Lady Plays might well be in with a chance, but he's thinking about avoiding relegation as another possible favourite. Old Lady Plays, what is her thoughts on all this? Well, she's enjoying being in a lofty position and she's thinking about her modesty. A lot of people interested in what Bobby G got up to as well. His crazy transfer dealings. Aussie Villain thinks that maybe that's going to give him the edge. Who knows what that's going to do? I think we're all itching to find out what's happened in episode 2 and beyond to Bobby G's finances. And FM20 is thinking that Bobby G's, well, he's enjoying Bobby G's mentality. I don't know whether he thinks he's going to win, but he certainly makes the great point. That he's enjoying the different ways the different creators are kind of going about this challenge, and that has been absolutely fascinating for me as well. We've had some comments about my transfer dealings, about Douglas Costa from FM Llama. How very dare you? I mean, yes, I am a little bit worried. I am a little bit worried about that. Got rid of Douglas Costa. I'm the only one to do that, and he seems to be playing quite well in everyone else's saves. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I'm not 100% sold on it being the right move. And we're getting a lot of love for the recap videos, and thank you very much. They do take a lot of time to put together, but it's always worth it given the feedback I get. So thank you. Yeah, thank you, Avoiding Relegation, for your comments on that. And yeah, he's looking forward to the next episode. Well, I'm looking forward to it too. I'm recording this just before all the videos come out, so it's going to be interesting. Bobby G, thanks very much, mate. Yeah, this is his secret identity. You know, Bobby G is his sort of superhero costume. I imagine, now he's put a webcam up we know he doesn't sit there in a costume. But I always imagine Bobby G in some sort of costume, looking like Macho Man Randy Savage or something. And likewise, thank you, Football Manager Maniac, who yet again is wishing good luck to all the participants. But there is a bit of niggle starting to arrive between Football Manager Maniac and Old Lady Plays. They're vying for top spot at the end of last episode, and there was some comments flying around, which has all made it very interesting. And we'll finish on this comment. Old Lady Plays says, "That's not right. I had James Rodriguez and Dodo already." Did you, Old Lady Plays? Did you indeed? Right then, guys, let us move on. Let's have a little look at any sort of further transfers that have happened, and then we will move into looking at the results. Really excited about this. I hope you are too. Leave a comment down below if you want to be featured in this segment. Leave a comment down below. See you in a bit. Okay, firstly, moving on to transfers. So there hasn't been a vast amount. All the transfers we've seen since the first episode have been transfers coming into the clubs, and we can see them all here. So in Group A, a couple of bits of transfer business have been done. Old Lady Plays finally got a bit done. Yes, it was after the video went out. Dodo, a left back, came in for 9.25 million. That's an important place to shore up. That left back spot has been highlighted by a bunch of different creators as a bit of a problem. And James Rodriguez signed in from Real Madrid on loan. Attacking midfielder who can play anywhere. Very, very useful, versatile player. Football Manager Maniac has also signed in James Rodriguez, but has then also boosted their attacking midfielder positions with signing Brazilian player Wunderson for 14.5 million. And in Group B, Chasing Lamely finally got his transfer budget sorted, and he went a little bit crazy. He bought in a left back, Mendy, came in on loan, a right back, Marusic, to sort out the other side. That's actually quite well stocked. And then a couple of guys that he knows quite well from previous saves, Longstaff in central midfield and Bond for £700,000 as cover in goal, a third choice goalkeeper, which actually seems a sensible move considering Buffon is 4,526 years old. Right then, so we'll have a little look at how things have gone fixture-wise. So, starting in Group A, we'll start with Old Lady Plays. Now, there's going to be a lot of fixtures. I'm not going to go through them all, but we will just have a little look at the key results in here. As you can see, Old Lady Plays has done pretty good in the chat. Well, actually, 2 draws in the Champions League and a win finally. The main issues she's had are the 3 draws against Atalanta, Lazio and Lecce in the league, which have meant she's dropped a few points there. A lot of green dots there. That trucking Football Manager, after the draw he had right at the start, he has lost a game away against Atalanta and a home draw against Milan, but the rest looks pretty damn good. Decent run in the Champions League as well. So that trucking Football Manager, again, a few points dropped, but it's not too bad. He's probably not going to be far away from Old Lady Plays. Bobby G, he drew the first 2 games. We saw one of those, and that's it. He's just gone all the way through with green dots, which is hugely impressive. So Bobby G's on a damn good run of form, and he's ready for us. And finally, Football Manager Maniac, I think he's done the best out of all of them. Just a single draw so far away at Napoli, which is always a tricky place to go unless you're me, and then you beat them 5-1, and because they have a player sent off. We'll have a look at what this does for the table in a second, but we'll just run through Group B and the results that we've had there. So my own results, you see here, it's gone really well. An away draw against Inter. The issues I've had have all been in the Champions League. 2 losses in the Champions League and a single win. Not great. Avoiding relegation, even better. Well, not even better. He's done better in the Champions League, and pretty much the same thing. A draw away at Inter. It's a tough place to go. We're all finding that, but very, very nice results there. United City FM. It's not gone quite as well in considering what he's got against him in Group B. It was going fairly well, but lost to Lazio and then another couple of draws later on. So he really needs to pick it up. Draws against Bologna and Fiorentina. A lot of wins in there, but we know he is not. He's not up there with the top teams in the in Group B. And finally, chasing lamely. The only red dot there is in the Champions League. Everything else is a win. 100% record in the league. That's blooming mind-blowing. Congratulations, chasing lamely. Clearly the performance of episode 2. So what does that do to the tables? In Group A, Football Manager Maniac, he sits top with 9 wins and a draw, 28 points, a couple of points behind Bobby G. After that really dodgy start, he's pulled it right back and he sits there in second on 26 points. Old Lady Plays now in third, a couple of points behind Bobby G on 24 points, and that Trucking Football Manager is holding up the table on 23 points. In Group B, Chasing Lamely, of course, is top of the pile. Maximum 30 points, 10 wins out of 10. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff. Avoiding relegation in second on goal difference. Quite a way in second on goal difference, actually, on 28 points, but 31 goal difference. I'm sitting a few goals behind on 19 goals, still on 28 points. And the United City FM, 5 points behind us on 23 points. All still to play for. Right then, so we are going to go and have a look at the games from Game Day 11. Let's just run through what they are. So Group A fixtures. Old Lady Plays is Juve are going to go up against Napoli. Football Manager Maniac is at home to Fiorentina. Bobby G away against Parma, and that Trucking Football Manager away against Spal. In Group B, they're all home games. Avoiding relegation, home to Spal. Custard Profit, home to Parma. United City FM, at home to Hellas Verona, and Chasing Lamely at home to Atalanta. Okay, guys, let us roll those highlights of Game Day 11. Well, a few less goals than the last episode, but some absolute corkers in there. I think you guys will agree. Let's just run through the results. In Group A, we saw Old Lady Plays as Juventus take a surprising 1-1 draw against Napoli. Somewhat of an unfortunate result there. And similarly, Football Manager Maniac drew with Fiorentina 1-1, and that save right at the end there, I had to put it in there because it was just one of the best saves I've seen in a little while on FM. So the two teams that drew last time, well, they got wins this time. Bobby G, a win away at Parma, which is a decent result. He looked like he was going to throw it away at the end there, but didn't quite manage it. And that Trucking Football Manager, a comfortable 3-0 win away at Spal. So that's Group A. Let's have a little look at Group B. All home games in Group B and all home wins and no goals conceded. Group B has been quite competitive, ridiculously so. So avoiding relegations, Juve beat Spal 4-0. My own Juve beat Parma 2-0, then United City FM, a 2-0 win over Hellas Verona. And finally, Chasing Lamely kept up his 100% record with a 2-0 win against Atalanta. Absolutely glorious. Okay, let's have a look what that does to the tables. And this is what we see in Group A. So as we saw earlier, Football Manager Maniac were ahead, but Bobby G has gained on Football Manager Maniac now on the same points, 29 points, both 1-9, drawn 2, but Football Manager Maniac has scored 3 more goals. The interesting goings on are actually in the bottom part of this table, as that Trucking Football Manager has now overtaken Old Lady Plays with that win, and Old Lady Plays is in bottom place. TTFM is 3 points behind the top two, 8 wins, 2 draws and a loss. And Old Lady Plays just 1 point behind TTFM. There is nothing in this really, absolutely nothing in it. So it's all still to play for. It's just 11 games played and many more to go. It'll be really interesting to see how this is going to play out over the course of the next few games. Right, on to Group B. Yeah, Group B is looking very, very interesting. So Chasing Lamely, awesome performance, 11 wins, no draws, no losses, 36 goal difference with 33 points. Couldn't do any better. Myself and Avoiding Relegation are coming in just behind him. Avoiding Relegation is in second, 10 wins, 1 draw, and an awesome goal difference of 35. I've got a very poor goal difference in comparison, just 21 goal difference, but also on 31 points. And the United City FM, bit of a surprise after that, after his performance in the first game, is in fourth, 26 points, a fair few points behind Chasing Lamely, but only 5 behind myself and Avoiding Relegation. So it's still all to play for there, and I think there's nobody out of it at the minute, and anyone could put together a good run and or lose a couple of games is all it takes to drop down into the dreaded red zone. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that. This is where we will leave it. There's plenty of things to be thinking about come episode 3, where we'll be looking at Game Day 22, which is just after the January transfer window. So we'll be looking at all the transfer business that gets done. I dread to think what Bobby's going to do. Is he going to even have any finances to play with at all? Who knows what's going to go on there. I think some of the guys who maybe are struggling a little bit will need to boost their squads, and as we've seen, Football Manager Maniac, well, he'll just keep signing people. He's doing very, very well. I guess from my point of view, I'm very interested to see what's going to go on relating to the Champions League. That's a bit of a worry, as has been mentioned a few times. So we'll see what comes of that, those Champions League issues that may or may not arise. Right then, so we will be seeing episode 3 appearing on all 8 creators channels, 7 PM on Sunday. Make sure you are around for that. It's getting deep into the season then. We're over halfway at that point, and it's going to be fascinating to see what is going to happen. So I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you are new, and I will see you next time, hopefully for our next recap or in one of the other Versus episodes. Thank you very much for coming along. I'll see you again. Goodbye.